Welcome back, math fans. Here we go with our next part of factoring, and this is factoring the trinomials, which is what we started yesterday. So, yesterday in our rules, where it talks about factoring and our general guidelines, so factor out what's common, we did that yesterday. And then we're thinking these three things for part two. Does it have two terms? Is it a difference of squares? We'll talk about that another day. B, three terms, trinomial. Yes, this is exactly what we did yesterday, the easy method. So easy method, that's the one that you want to keep forever. Is it four terms? And that's grouping. We did that in 6.2. And then is further factoring possible, which we always look for. So 6.4 is a continuation of that. And we're going to look at just some other factors and practice. So you should get really fast at these by the end, and you will like them. So let's start. So here we go. A times A will give me A squared. Then I'm looking, remember, two things that times together to give me negative 27. So I'm going to think 9 and 3 and plus and minus. And I'm just going to randomly put plus and minus, and then I'm going to check. So negative 3a plus 9a gives me, yes, yay, 6a in the middle. So a plus 9 and a minus 3. Notice if we multiplied these out, we would be able to check for sure that our answer was correct. So if I did that, I've got a squared minus 3a plus 9a minus 27. When I combine like terms, I've got a squared plus 6a minus 27, which is the expression that I started with to begin with. Number two, or B part, sorry. I can take out a 2, so let's do that. And then I'll be left with t squared minus 7t plus 10. And then t and t, how about 5 and 2, minus and minus. And yes, that's going to work. Negative 2t plus 5, negative 5t is going to give me negative 7t. So don't forget your 2, and then I've got a t minus 5 and a t minus 2. Let's look at just quickly what would happen if we didn't take out the common factor. So I would have 2t times t, and how about 5 times 4? 5 times 4, and both of them need to be negative. Negative 8t, take away 5t is going to give me negative 13. That's not going to work. What if I switch those around? 4 and 5. Now I'm going to have negative 10 minus 4, so negative 14t. And this is a good example of why we always check diagonally, because now this 2 matters. We'll do a lot more of those coming up. Okay, what about if I had picked 2 and 10? Negative 20 plus negative 2 is negative 22. No, how about if I switch? Oh, that doesn't, yeah, no, yes. Okay, how about 10 and 2? Does that work? Negative 10 and negative, I'll keep these negatives because it's so hard to see where they are. Negative 4 and negative 10 gives me, yes, negative 14t, which is what I wanted. Okay, so 2t minus 10 and t minus 2 are my factors. But now I look and I notice in here I could factor out a 2. So I'll factor that out, and then I've got t minus 5, and then this guy still, t minus 2. So notice those are identical. It's just here we dealt with bigger numbers, and it's going to make it simpler if you can take it out at the beginning. So look for that always. Okay, this one, nothing common. How about x and x, 3 and 2, plus and minus. Plus 3, take away 2, is plus 1x. That's not what I want. If I switch them around, it doesn't matter in this case. How about, well, 6 and 1, if I have positive and negative. Plus 6 minus 1 is going to give me plus 5. If I switch the signs, I'm going to get negative 5. 1 and 6, 2 and 3, those are my only factors of 6. So then I remember, oh yeah, factor where possible. This one I can't. Okay, this one. Let's factor out the 4 so we don't torture ourselves, and I can factor out an x squared as well. So now I'm going to be left with x squared minus 4x minus 5. And now factor what's in the brackets. X and x. 5 and 1 is my only choice, plus and minus. That'll give me plus 5, take away 1, plus 4x. That's not what I want. Right number, but wrong sign. So if I get the right number and the wrong sign, I just switch the signs. And now negative 5 plus 1 gives me negative 4. That's what I'm looking for, negative 4x. And I'm finished. 4x squared and x minus 5, x plus 1. Okay. Next page. So this is just some more examples, and you're going to find, I want you to stop and try these, and then come and look at mine, or try one and then look. Here we go. X and X. Here, they've tried to be entertaining because now I have a letter at the end. That's okay. I'm still looking for two things that times together to give me 30y squared. So how about 5y and 6y, plus and plus. Plus 6xy plus 5xy gives me plus 11xy. That's not what I'm looking for. So not those. How about 3 and 10? Y and y. That'll give me plus 3xy plus 10xy is, yes, plus 13xy. Hooray! So x plus 3y and x plus 10y. Next one. Okay, some big numbers, that's all right. X and x. 72, I would normally think of 8 and 9, but because it's such a high number in the center, I'm going to guess it's probably going to be 72 and 1. So 72 and 1, y and y, and plus and minus. And I notice negative 1xy plus 72xy gives me plus 71xy. Yay! So equals x plus 72y and x minus y. I don't need that extra one. C part. Oh, let's factor. Can I take out a 3? 3a squared minus 5ab minus, I don't know, 252 divided by 3 gives me 8, 24, 1, 12, 4, 84. How about that? B squared. Okay, so now from our times tables, we're going to think about 84. Whoops. A and A. 84, 7 and 12. And B and B, negative, so I need a plus and a minus. And really, if you want to think about it, if you have a negative here, you know you have a plus and minus, and then your bigger term has to be whatever is in the center. But you can think about it or you cannot think about it, and it's probably just as fast, because when we check, negative 12 plus 7 gives us negative 5. So equals a plus 7b and a minus 12b. So great. Okay, so it's just practice, practice, practice. You're going to do questions 2 to 7, not 5. And you could do extras if you want. We'll see you tomorrow.